Hey Poké fans, welcome to Silent Lab YouTube channel. Today's video will be looking at Rogue Deck, which is a Charizard with Battle Sense and Royal Blaze. It is the Charizard from the Weird Voltage set. It is a really strong card, 170 HP, stage 2, with that powerful attack for 2 fire energies, which says that the base attack is 100 plus 50 more for each Leon card in your discard pile, which means that as long as you have 4 Leons in your discard pile, you're hitting for 300, but if you play Eldegoss and get Leon from your discard pile in your hand, and you play Leon, you are hitting for 330, which is almost enough for the one-hit knock against anything, except for, let's say, 340 HP V max Pokémons, but if you play Zigzagoon, you can also knock them as well. This deck unfortunately does not play Zigzagoon, neither Scoop Up Net. This deck plays 4 copies of Charmander, 2 Charmeleons, and 4 Charizard as our main attacking Pokémon, as well as 2 supporting Pokémons like Talonflame V. If we start first, we can use Fast Flight, but we can also attack with the Bright Wing until we set up with the Charizard. And it also plays 1 Volcanion for the Flare Starter, just in case if you're starting second, so we can use Flare Starter and attach up to 3 energies from our deck to our Pokémons in play, so we don't need Welder potentially at the next turn. There are also 1 copy of Crobat, 1 copy of Eldegoss, and 2 copies of the Dedenne for Daddy Change, Happy Match, as well as Dark Reset abilities, so we can go faster through our deck and set up much more easier. Additionally, I'm playing 4 copies of Quick Ball, 2 copies of Great Ball, and 1 copy of Evolution Incense for Pokémon Search and Setup, 1 copy of Ordinary Rod so I can recycle some of my resources like energies and Pokémons from discard pile back into my deck, 4 copies of Pokégear 3.0 so I can much faster and much reliable go through my top 7 cards, where I can simply pick between supporter cards that I can find. Much more easier a way to find Leon, so we can simply discard with a way Daddy Change, Giant Hearth, or maybe Quick Ball play. This deck needs obviously 4 copies of Rare Candy as well as 4 Switch cards, and it also plays 3 copies of Giant Hearth as the Stadium play. It plays 11 supporter cards, which 4 of them are obviously Welders, 4 Leons, and 1 copy of Professor Research, and in addition to those 9 supporter cards, I'm also playing 2 copies of Boss's Orders, so I can simply boss something from my opponent's bench and get it heavy with Royal Blaze. 8 basic energy cards, and that's pretty much the deck list that I'm gonna use in today's video. It's pretty simple deck list, pretty straightforward, pretty consistent. You know, as many cards as I can play as 4, except for some tech cards like Ordinary Rod, Evolution Incense, Research, and that's basically it. Alright, so if you already didn't, please consider subscribing to the channel as well as checking ccgcastle.com if you're looking for any of these cards as well. Link is provided in my video description. Let's move on to some game tasks so you can see how this deck works in action, so see you in the game. Alright, so the opening hand, starting with Talonflame. That's a very good opening hand, I really need to admit that. I already have 2 copies of Leon available to discard, as well as a Great Ball plus the Dedenne, which basically means that I'm just gonna need to find myself potentially Volcanion. Volcanion is gonna be very important. Good thing is that Talonflame is not weak on the water, which is very good. Let's see what we can find with a Great Ball. Potentially Charizard, not the card I'm actually looking for. So I guess I can pick 2 fire energies, but I'm just gonna go with 1 of them and use a Welder. Draw some extra cards. There is a Volcanion, that's good. So right now I'm just gonna need to find another fire energy. Hopefully I'm gonna get one. Oh, what a shame. No sign of the energy. You gotta be kidding me. No sign of the energy, so I guess I'm just gonna have to end my turn with that Talonflame V attack. So it's okay. I mean, I wish there was an energy, so I can simply go with a Volcanion Flare Starter and potentially attaching the energy to Charmander as well, or at least attaching the energy to Charmander and ending the turn with Fast Flight, which would be option as well. But there's just a Body Surf for my opponent, so I guess he also struggles to find additionally cards as well. So with that being said, I think it's fair to say that I can use this Quick Ball, set another Charmander in play, and just pass the turn. He's hitting me for like 210. I guess I'm just gonna give him one of my 3 Charmanders that I have, so he can knock him out. I'm not sure if... Okay, so he managed to pull himself a Crobat. It's a pretty slow start for both players. Obviously, I think I'm in a slightly advantage against my opponent, even considering the fact that I'm weak on the water. So Ocean Loop, 210 times 2 due to the weakness. And the good thing is right now that I can attach energy to my Charmeleon and play Research for 7 and basically just... you gotta be kidding me. Like, for real. Yeah, with that being said, I'm just gonna retreat and pass the turn. So, knowing that he will need at least 2 more energies of that Lapras, he won't be able to knock out my Volcanion. So that might give me some time. I mean, if he evolves obviously into the Lapras VMAX, then my Volcanion should be knocked out by the Lapras VMAX attack. Otherwise, I'm safe, which is at least something. Yeah, safe to say, with 2 copies of Leon, I can hit for like 200, and that's unfortunately not enough for the knockout. But next turn, I can use Welder, obviously, add 2 more energies onto my Charmander on the bench, and hope to find a switch maybe. So let's see. Let's first go with a Giant Hearth, shall we? 4 copies of Switch, so there's a high chance that I can hit Switch. So gear for nothing. But the question just remains, do I want to even find a Switch? Because I might just want to go with Volcanion instead. But rather gonna go with this Charmander, and there's a Charizard. And there's a Switch as well. But before that, let's see what we can get with the Battle Sense. I see Evolution Incense, which I'm gonna get in my hand, but I don't see Rare Candy. However, no sign to Leon, and that means that I can hit only for 200, and that's not gonna be enough for the knock against this Lapras. Yeah, not enough. So I can basically gamble attacking the Charizard. I think I should do that. And then you can go down to Talonflame as well. And that's basically a Royale Blaze for 200. I was short for that one. Leon in my discard pile, couldn't get it. Neither with the Pokégear, neither with the Battle Sense. I must admit that I made a couple mistakes. The first mistake was basically the fact that I played Gear before I actually used Battle Sense. So I should have much better chance to pull myself a copy of Leon if I just played Battle Sense first, but the problem is that I already used Giant Hearth, so even if I find myself Leon, I wouldn't be in a position to discard it anyways. And that's my biggest concern. But right now I can knock the Lapras even with my Talonflame, which is a good thing. And I can finally set another Charizard in play as well. And for next turn I can have Boss's Order play into Inteleon VMAX potentially as well. So let that be a bright wing for 160. Hopefully there's going to be a Leon or maybe Gear or something like that, so I can actually use that into my favor. Even Charmander is okay, I guess. So even getting this Charmander is good for me. I still can play Charmander, put it into play, evolve it eventually with a Rare Candy, or maybe just with Charmeleon into Charizard, power it up, and attack with it. Overall, taking a closer look at my opponent hand, he have, I think, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. So there's a plenty of cards and plenty of resources, but still no sign of a Snoom for Frostmoth. However, there is Inteleon VMAX with the Hydra Snipe that can deal a heavy amount of damage to my Charizard. It can hit for 120 with 1 energy, and it can also force me to put back that energy into my hand. Or he can also do that to my Talonflame V as well. I think I'm probably gonna just use Charmander, energy attachment to it, retreat into Charizard, Boss's Order into Crobat V, smashing it for 2 prize cards. I'm not sure if that's a good play. I should just focus this Inteleon. I think I should probably just focus attacking Inteleon with the Charizard. I can still use Battle Sense, which I didn't use at my turn before because I didn't want to discard too many cards. Because I'm pretty scared about being even, you know, hit by Marnie, or maybe even Burst decking out myself. I'm very limited with the resources, so that's the problem. The problem with the Charizard deck is that you're almost every single game limited with the amount of the resource that you actually have in your hand, and that's my biggest concern. Even now, my opponent will go for another Inteleon just in case, so he can be 100% positive and he can power it up. Maybe I can actually, yeah, but the problem is that, okay, I mean, the game is still winnable by 2 simple ways, by 2 plays of Boss's Orders, but the problem is that my Eldegoss is in the discard pile. So I need somehow to find a way to recycle it back, and I'm gonna try to do it with my Ordinary Rod potentially. So let's see if I even have Ordinary Rod. Yes, I do have Ordinary Rod. So I think it is definitely safe to say that I will knock that Inteleon out, but I'm not sure if that was a good play. Battle Sense? That Charizard, that's probably the best Battle Sense I could get. Which needs to be attached. Retreat to Charizard, 4 Earl Blaze, and for 250. So I'm just gonna need Rare Candy. There's a Welder, and there is a Quick Ball. Okay. Okay, so, yeah, I mean, something needs to be promoted in the active position. It is a Dedenne. If he powered up Inteleon VMAX with enough energies, then he can max bullet my Charizard, plus he can hit for 60 on the bench. And that's a bit considered. Okay, but there's a Marnie play. So that Marnie actually changed dramatically course of the game, because right now I'm gonna probably get 100% Ordinary Rod, which will help me to recycle back 2 Pokémons, like Eldegoss plus the Dedenne. But the problem is that the last Rare Candy is actually priced. That's what actually concerned me a lot. Oh, but he decided to concede the game. Probably he realized that he won't be able to retreat and take a knockout. The last Rare Candy I think was priced, so without that Rare Candy, simply I couldn't recover my resource. I could recover my Eldegoss, but I couldn't evolve if he knocked my Charizard out, and probably I would just lose the game, but who knows. It is a GG. What if we go second? What if we go second? And what if we just find a way to get that Volcanion maybe in play? Let's find out. So I decided to start second just in case. Oh, there's a Ninetales on the other side with that powerful first attack, 9-tailed Snape Shifter, which says that you can choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon attacks and use this attack. So let's see what we can find here with Pokégear 3.0 Leon. Okay, I can use it, I can discard it, and I can basically set Volcanion in play. That's going to be switched to Volcanion. And the Dedenne play for 6. Alright. 2 energies. 1 Welder. And I'm already in a very good position. Do I even want to use Flare Starter? That's a very good question. I think I'm just gonna add 2 energies to my Talonflame, just in case. And after that, my turn ends. So turn 1, 5 energies. That's looking promising, that's looking good, also strong. Plus I have 2 Leons in my discard pile, which means that I can Rare Candy into Charizard, and I can play Research, get energy, pay retreat cost to switch, knock Ninetales with my Charizard, or I can simply wait and see what my opponent can do as well. Oh, he have heat energy, so I'm not gonna have enough for the knockout. Alright. So 9-tailed Shapeshifter can only use my active Pokemon attack, so it can only use high hit blast and hit for like a 50. Not even 110 because he don't have enough energies in play. However, if he can add 1 more energy to Charizard manually from hand, then Ninetales can hit for 110, which shouldn't be enough anyways for the knockout. So still my opponent is short for like 10, which is good for me. Oh, but this is another Heat Fire. So yeah, right now he's hitting for like 110. And it's not enough for the knockout, but it really doesn't matter. Flare Starter. Oh, he actually decided to Flare Starter and power up Charizard. That's pretty smart. Really good move. That was also pretty good move. Okay, anyways. Oh, come on. Just another Heat Factory. Actually, Giant Hearth. Let's go with a Research for 7. Let's find out what we can get. Interesting. Pokégear 3.0 for a Welder. Additionally, Great Ball for Talonflame. Okay. What we can get with the Battle Sense. Another Pokégear 3.0. Okay. Can we find maybe a Leon? Nope, no sign of it, but there is a boss's order. Nothing I can do with the boss's order. Definitely gonna discard my Talonflame. We'll go with Energy Attachment to Volcanion and one Crobat play for 2. I'm hoping to get another Charmander in play. Wow, those Welders. Absolutely huge. Well, I hit for 110. That's all I can do. I mean, it's definitely not worth to play, you know, to retreat onto Charizard and to attack with the Charizard. Next turn I should probably just use Battle Sense before Pokégear 3.0, but right now I already used 4 Pokégear 3.0s anyways. And there's a switch into Jirachi. Luckily I have Boss's Order sitting in my hand, so next turn if my Volcanion somehow managed to survive, I'm gonna go for Ninetales anyways. But he have Boss's Orders as well. Charizard V can potentially knock my Charizard easily. But he already attached energy to it, so he can't play both Welder and Boss at the same time. That makes things difficult. However, he can again use Flare Starter to power up Charizard V as well. There's a reason for 7. Will we finally see a Charizard V Max in play? I don't know. But one thing is obvious. This Ninetales will knock it out. Try my Volcanion HIF Blast. Yeah, this time he decided to attack as well. I just don't want to play another Talonflame. I just don't want to use it. Two of my 4 Leons are actually prized. That's bad. I don't even want to use Battle Sense at this moment. Who's gonna use High Heat Blast for like 110 and will be patient and hope to pull at least 1 Leon. So there's Charmeleon as well as Leon. There we go. So right now with this Leon I can hit for 280. That's not gonna be enough for the knock it against VMAX Charizard, but it can definitely puts me in a good position. Oh, there's a lot of Charizards. There is a Reshiram in Charizard GX, there is also Charizard Breaks in GX, there is a Charizard V, there is Charizard on my bench as well, so it is a Charizard day. It is a Charizard day, officially. So, let me see my Discord pile. Nothing too good in it. Damn it, there's a Marnie. So right now that Leon goes down to the bottom of my deck. Rare Candy, Ordinary Rod, Boss's Order. What can I get with my Boss's Order play? Probably nothing. I really want to knock this Charizard V out anyways. So in order to do it, first I'm gonna shuffle some of my resources back to my deck. Then I will use Bell Sense. There is the Dedenne. Or Eldegoss. I'm gonna use definitely Eldegoss. So with the effect of Eldegoss, I can pick the Leon, use it. So right now I can hit for 230. Oh, damn it! There's a Heat Fire energy, so I don't have enough anyways. Okay, I miscalculated myself. Ooh, I miscalculated myself. So, what should I do? Should I go for like 230? He's like 240. I want to attach energy anyways. That's obvious. Yeah. I think it's probably better just to preserve the Charizard and use a Bright Wing for like 190 instead of just 230, because I can lose Talonflame, it's not a big deal, but I can have Charizard, and with the Charizard I can draw some cards, potentially get another Charizard in play, which is much more important for me. Especially because my opponent is down to 5 price cards and I already have like 4, so I just need to knock 2 of his. I just need to knock this Charizard V and let's say Reshiram and Charizard from the bench, which is not going to be hard as well. So as long as the Giant Hearth stays in play, I'm fine, and it will stay in play for a long time because we both play Giant Hearth as well. And there's a 4 energies for the Fire Spin Charizard V attack, so you can easily knock my Talonflame V right now. Sometimes this Heat Fire energy can be so annoying because it can add that extra boost to opponent Pokemon. Ah, come on. Now their bosses are on the top deck. Battle Sense. Yeah, I'm knocking him out. That's 280 damage, so I'm gonna need Charizard. There it is. Okay, finally. And Leon. So I do have enough for the knockout. So price card Leon plus Charizard. As long as those two cards stays in my hand, I'm fine because I'm gonna have enough for the knockout against this Charizard. I'll have 330 damage in total, which should be more than enough for the knockout against Charizard, and game will be over. So, still waiting to see what my opponent is capable to do. One thing is clear, he can use Double Blaze GX and knock out my Charizard, or he can just go with a Flare Strike as well. Since he uses Welder, he won't be able to play Marnie, but maybe he have Resistant. Oof, Resistant would be so strong. Literally, the Resistant would just win the game for my opponent, probably. So Flare Strike for 230, and that was such a nice price pool. Leon plus Rare Candy for win. Oh, even Charizard was a top deck as well. So there's Leon play, and I'm just gonna say well play to my opponent. Use Royal Blaze, hit for 330, basically one hit knockout this Charizard for the last 2 price cards. So that's a GG. Pretty impressive battle between Charizards. Baby one managed to win. Big boys like Charizard V, Charizard, and Charizard breaks him. So that's the GG. Alright, who's gonna start first? Looks like I'm starting second. That's okay. Oof. Or maybe not. Because I have 2 rare candies. It's probably gonna be discarded immediately with the effect of Daddy Change. Oh my goodness. There's a switch. Okay. I don't know, right now my hand looks gross. So even top decking something like an energy wouldn't help me too much, because still I will just discard 2 rare candies from my hand. I need to set my Charizard turn 2 so I can one-hit knock with that Arceus ADP, Arceus Dialga and Palkia, or at least turn 3 after he uses GX attack. Otherwise It's not gonna be good. So I do have Rare Candy Charizard play, but that's not enough for me, so I'm just gonna go with the Dedenne, discarding 2 of my 4 Rare Candies. And I'm not sure how smart that was, but we'll find out. I still have 1 copy of Rare Candy left, and it's not gonna be easy for me to find a last Rare Candy, that's for sure. So, energy attachment, Crobat, gonna draw some cards. Leon, they can be discarded. Might go for Eldegoss, just in case. I'm ready to go with a Flare Starter as well. So only 1 energy card stays in my deck. Wow. That is so scary. That is literally so scary. But the good thing is that I already have like 2 Leons in my discard pile, so I'm hitting for like 200 already. But I also have 2 GX and Wii Pokemons in combination in play, which is easy. 3 prize card out for my opponent as well. As long as Giant Hearth stays in play, I guess I can say I'm fine, because I can play Welder and draw some cards. Worst thing that can happen is, okay, so yeah, he used the GX attack. I top deck Welder. That's so amazing. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. So playing this Welder onto my Volcanion, so I can at least deal some damage with Volcanion. I hit Blast, it's 110 damage. So right, this turn is crucial for me, because if he plays Boss's Orders and if he knocks my Dedenne out, then it's probably safe to say that the game is over, because Zacian will be powered up by 3 energies, and the only thing that my opponent will need will be another Boss's Order play. So there we go, there is a Boss's Order play into my Crobat, and right now he can knock my Crobat out. And I'm definitely promoting my Charmander in the front. And right now I'm gonna also need a Rare Candy. Yeah, ADP is just way too much for this game. Simply it is. Actually, I'm gonna need more than a Rare Candy. I'm gonna also need a Charizard as well. So let's go with a research for 7. Charizard Rare Candy. So there is a Rare Candy, there is no sign of a Charizard, but I can basically use Ordinary Rod to recycle Charizard, as well as potentially Eldegoss and that Fire Energy. It's all up to Battle Sense. And there's Evolution Incense. Alright. That's good. So somehow I managed to get that Charizard in play. And I can basically knock my opponent ADP out. Plus I also have the second Charizard available in play as well. Another Battle Sense. Definitely for that Pokégear 3.0. Alright, so that's Blaze for 250, and it's all up to my opponent. If he have Boss's Orders, simply he wins the game. Let's find out. I mean, probably he does have, or at least he can find one. Oh, he promoted already Zacian in the front, so he should have Boss's Orders sitting in his hand. So this is why the ADP is so broken and probably it deserved to be banned. I mean, because it's really hard for decks to take advantage of it, especially stage 2 decks. And if you can't one-hit knockout ADP fast enough with 280 HP, and if it uses GX, and if he uses Ultimate Ray, the game is pretty much over. So yeah, I was like one turn behind my opponent in order to win the game, but at the end I couldn't stop it. Unfortunately, it was just too much. But it was basically, you know, a 50-50 chance. If he didn't have Boss's Order, I would simply knock the Zacian out, and who knows if he would be in a position to power up another Zacian. So overall, I think I did a pretty good job. So yeah, there's a deck list that I used in today's video. I hope you guys are gonna like it. Definitely smash the likes up and subscribe to the channel for more videos if you're looking forward to, you know, enjoy in the rest of the content that I'm gonna publish in the future. Unfortunately, Charizard was not strong enough for the ADP, but it is how it is. So thanks for your time, and we'll see you next time.